Hey guys, I'm Tom Rohr, and I've been skating for over 20 years. I'm here to give you all the details that you need to know to learn tricks as fast and efficiently as possible, and of course make it fun in the process. Every trick has that one tip that you should never forget. Once you know what that is, it's in the bag. Let's get into it. Welcome back, guys. We had an awesome request from Ryan Scheckler on our TikTok to do a frontside 180 heel flip tutorial. So, we're gonna deliver. This one's for you, Ryan. Let's start with the foot position. For the back foot. For this trick, you wanna have it kind of in the center of the tail. You don't wanna have it too far on this side, because that's gonna be harder to pop. And if you have it too far on this side, your board's gonna scoop too much. So, you gotta find that perfect medium. Right about here, in the center of the tail. Kind of how you'd set up for a varial heel, but a little bit less in that pocket. And for the front foot, just like I taught with heel flips, you want to flick off this front edge, and you want to put all your weight and pressure down on this front edge of the board. So for me, I like to flick with my toe. That's what really helps me with all heel flip tricks. I've explained that with heel flips and with varial heel flips. So think of putting all that weight and pressure down on these front toes, on this front edge, and flick out and up off those toes. For some people, it might be a little bit easier to hang your toe off more, but I like to have my toe way on the board, so just the tip of my shoe is hanging off the edge, because that's what really helps me flick with my toe. And you want to have your foot just up past the center of the board, just like you do for heel flips. And in terms of weight distribution, you're going to want to have a lot of weight on your front foot. This goes for most heel flip tricks, right on those toes on that edge of the board. That's going to really help you flick off that edge and level your board out. But make sure you have enough weight on your back foot that you can get a good snap. One really good tip with frontside heels, which is very similar to what I taught with frontside flips, is to push your board out in front of you. That helps you stay above it because it's really easy to accidentally lean too far forward for this trick and go ahead of your board. And the way you lean is super important. If you lean more over your toes, it's going to cause you to lean more forward when you catch your board and when you land. But if you lean more over the heel side of your board, it's going to help push your board out in front of you more, but you can also lean too far back by doing that, and then you'll slip out when you land. So you got to find the perfect balance. For me, I like to lean almost over the toe side a little bit more. It helps me stay out in front of my board, but you got to make sure that you're pushing your board out in front of you. If you're leaning too far ahead of your board, then you're probably leaning too far over your toes. For a lot of 180 tricks, I always teach to just turn 90 degrees and your body will go the rest of the way. But for frontside heel flips, it actually helps to think of turning a little bit more for this trick. Don't know why, but for me, I just think of the full 180 pretty much. And pushing your board out in front of you, that helps level it out, and then your board just goes all the way in the air. I don't really revert this trick at all. And as you're rolling up and about to pop, bend down, start twisting those shoulders, and then pop. That's what's going to give you the rotation. Your back foot scoops it just slightly, but your shoulders is what really helps you rotate all the way. Now let's talk flick. Very important part of this trick. So right when you're going to pop, you're going to want to flick, just like I said with the front toe, right off that edge, pretty much in this pocket. So, see my front toe, pushing all your weight down on this edge. You turn it this way, and it flicks pretty much right off that pinky toe. So think of tilting, flick off those toes. And if you watch the footage, you can see my foot flicks a little bit more out for these. And before I pop, my eyes are looking right down at my front toes. That's all I got for you guys. So remember, some things you can adjust are the way that you're leaning, the position of your back toe, and also the position of your front toes, whether they're hanging off too much or right there on that edge. So make those little adjustments and find out what works best for you. Thank you guys for watching another tutorial. Let's do some frontside heel flips. Before you go, be sure to hang on to these key takeaways.
Put that back toe in the center of the tail. Put lots of weight on your front foot. Flick off your front toes, not your heel. Flick your foot straight out. And remember to push your board out in front of you. See you in the next tutorial. You!